military. You know, you actually have a blueprint laid out. You have circles you conquer, and if they don't pay tributary to you, then they just align themselves against you, man.
Like you got, like you said, like if you got a kingdom, you know, if somebody kidnapped, you know, the baker, you know, it's really not, you know, it's not gonna be a lot of resources put into trying to get him back. But now, if you kidnap the king's son,
Come on, man.
hey, the king gonna throw his whole empire at you. All right, that's why Yahweh Shai, matter of fact, real quick, Luke 9:25, real quick. You see, you got to understand, like Esau, like it was a setup, you know. When Esau came and got us, you know, on them ships, it was a setup. Man. Go ahead.
St. Luke 9, verse 25. But what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away?
Go ahead.
For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my word,
Yep.
of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed.
Yep.
He shall come in his own glory.
He shall come in his own glory. Remember, if you kidnap the king's son, he gonna send, he gonna use all his resources to get his sons back, because that's his heir. You see? So he gonna come in the glory of the Father. Go ahead.
It said, and in his fathers,
Yep.
and of the holy angels.
So Howard Shine coming with all the resources from the spiritual realm to get back those sons, man. He coming in the glory of the Father, his glory, and the glory of the angels. You see? Like I say, you kidnap the bacon, you know, you might do everything in the wrong place, at the wrong time. You know, but you kidnap the sons, now you gotta start utilizing resources to get them sons back, man. And this is what that's what Howard Shine coming back to do.
Back. Luke Psalm 8, verse 2 again. It says, I loved her and sought her out. From my youth, I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty.
Yeah, because this word is a reflection of the Lord. We read that Wisdom of Solomon 6. Yeah. All right, so we'll be holding the image of the Lord. You know, this is what has placed the 2/3 in the position they in, man. Right there, hot water now because the Lord has turned his face from him. That's in, what's that, Isaiah? Yeah, Isaiah 8. He that hideth his face from Jacob. And, you know, somebody on the throne and ask for a petition and he just turn his head the other way. Yeah, that's a cold, that's a king right there. Right, come on.
It says, in that she is conversing with the Most High, she magnified her nobility.
Yeah, because that's going into that counsel. You know, you are now being counseled from a higher, you know, form of power. All right, you're conversing with the Isaiah 30 and 20. Is it? You should hear more. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, yeah, the Lord of all things himself loved her.
Right, so if you're a carrier of this possession, this entity, wisdom, which is a resource, then the Lord loves you. That's Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 28. The Lord loveth none but he that dwelleth with wisdom. Right? Go ahead.
For she is privy to the mysteries of the knowledge
And
of
that lets you know right there that it ties back into the kingdom, man, what the brother going into. Matthew the 13th chapter. So to really have this wisdom, you have now been exposed to the idea of a kingdom, man. Hey, so if you have frenzy and, you know, your thing, the height of your ministry, having a father kill some crazy shit, that means you don't have the testimony of your house. You don't have the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. See? That's why it's a mystery. Go ahead.
This is Psalm 65 and 4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest.
Yeah, oh, that's another thing. We was chosen. You know, it wasn't nothing you did that deep, man. Yeah. Father, yeah, children rule over the man. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Psalm 65 and 4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causes to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied.
Yeah, in the courts, you're witnessing that. We're dwelling in the courts of the Lord, man. And that's in Psalm, let's like it, Proverbs, the 9th chapter, turn ye and hither and eat, right? Yeah, we in the courts. Yep, go ahead.
And the says, we shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy
With the
house.
goodness of his house, this food, which is his word, man. We are satisfied now. Our spirit is now, it was a time our spirit was lean. Now our spirit is fattened, and that's in Isaiah 56 chapter. Well,
And it says, even of the holy temple.
Even of thy holy temple, man, which is the house of David. This is that gathering. This is the barn in Job, the 39th chapter. This is the spiritual house in First Peter, the 2nd chapter. You know, the tent in Genesis, the 25th chapter. You know, so that's where we at. And the house, by the way, it symbolizes separation, division. It also symbolizes, protection and cover. You got something? Hey, give me that. Yeah, because now let's go into how this thing gonna play out. Because we are boasting in the kingdom, and rightfully so. That was commanded in Matthew the 10th chapter. The Lord sent them forth and said, "Preach the kingdom, prophesy this world to come." But the scripture goes into detail, man. Did the illustration on the transition of that kingdom, man. The falling of this empire and the erecting and raising up of our kingdom. Okay? And you know what? It's going to be at the expense of the fall of this place. That's why you can't teach one without the other. Yeah, let's get that right there. Okay? As a matter of fact, give me Jeremiah's first chapter. Come on.
This is the book of 2 Ezra 4, verse 28.
Hey, can I say, this contributes to the glad tidings and good news. It's not a thing of, we're going to just get the kingdom and then we're going to just leave Esau off to himself. No, we're going to visit him too, man. It's going to be at the expense of his blood, man. Just like it was at the expense of our blood, sweat, and tears that this place was built. And even to this very day, it serves laws and such on the book that contribute to keeping you a derision, man. Jacob being at the bottom, it pretty much proves that Esau is at the top. See, we're going to know we at the top when Esau is under our feet. What's that, Psalm 18? All right, so come on.
This is 2 Ezra 4 and 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell
And
thee.
what did he ask him? Go to 2 Ezra, the 6th chapter. Because he was inquiring about the kingdom, man. See, that's what you're going to find out. That's what this thing centers around. This is king's language. See? We are being briefed on the kingdom. That's why when you read Revelation, the first chapter, it talks about making us kings and priests. So we are being groomed and polished up to be the next rulers, the governor over the planet Earth, and beyond when you really go into it. Go ahead,
2 Ezra 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time? Or when shall be the end of the first? And the beginning of it that followed.
The first that came out of the womb, when is going to be the end of his reign of terror? Okay? That's what he was inquiring about. And this is what should pique your interest. You're a damn Israelite, but you got a 15-year plan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them niggas building that new Nazareth, man. That's direct. Yeah, that's contrast to everything that you can understand. Yeah, you got plumbers on the scene. Somebody, and there's precepts, man. And scriptures in the car. Mark, go ahead, huh?
He said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first and nearly Esau. For Esau is the end of the world.
Right, so that phrase, the end of the world, is synonymous with a person. In which that person actually goes into a nation. What's that? Genesis, let's say Esau is evil. Is 36. So the end of the world, when we found out that phrase that had you scared to go to sleep, the end of the world, you spooked. No, we found out that's talking about this, the world that's around you, man. That's crumbling right around you. That's the end that the Lord is talking about. Go ahead, Doc.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
That's it. All right, so that's what Ezra wanted to know about. So let's go back.
So Ezra 4:28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown.
Right, what's the evil? In particular, the evil being sown was the shrinking down. Talking about America, Babylon the Great, man. All right, because this is the springboard. This is proven to be the springboard which propels wickedness throughout the planet Earth. This is the hub which has exceedingly polluted the planet Earth. Right? You're going to see that and read on. Go ahead.
He said, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Right, so there's a destruction that's interchangeable with that wickedness that's sown. Go ahead.
He said, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place,
in the what?
the place,
In the place. See, so everything right on schedule, man. You think it's a coincidence that there would be men who would be raised up and sent forth and would vehemently cry out against a certain place? But going to the scriptures. Hold that. Who's that? Yeah, the land of the sun. Give me Jeremiah 1, and I think you start at like, with the 8th verse. Come on. Okay, come on.
Jeremiah chapter 1, and I'm starting at verse 8. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the Lord put forth his hand, touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth.
Right, so we are conveying a decree, an order. Again, and it's from the heavens, man, which trumps any form of power or jurisdiction here on the planet Earth. So Esau can, strengthen his advances toward us, to throw this word mandate around in relation to you not complying to his legislation. Well, look, we have a decree that trumps your shit, man. Go ahead.
Verse 10, see, I have set this day, sent thee over the nations.
See, we're set over the nations, go ahead.
And over the kingdom, to root out, and to pull down, and to destroy, and to throw down, to build, and to plant.
Right, so the Lord, this is what we were sent for. To prophesy and declare that a nation will be planted, right? But simultaneously, in order for that to even come about, the current kingdom has to be pulled down, rooted up. See? So it can't be one without the other. All right, that's it right there. Let's go. Real quick, don't jump back. Go ahead. Yeah, go back to second verse.
Second 6 in verse 29. It said, if therefore that, like second 4 in verse 29, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down,
Yeah, go ahead.
and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Right, so this is a necessary evil. America has to be destroyed. You can't teach the teachings of Yahweh Shah without saying America going to be destroyed. Right? You can't get two kingdoms to coexist. Now, the reason we had that before in history, but even in that, we had one kingdom that was higher than the other. The Medes and the Persians. Now you have the confusion at its highest level with this beast system and its conglomerates and nations that's ruling with the beast for an hour. All right? But that's not going to last. So there's only one kingdom that's going to be established. See? But in order for that to happen, this current system has to be taken down and violated, man. All right, so come on, give me that.
It's Luke 21 and 24.
Yeah.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
All right, go ahead.
It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Let's bring it down. Esau Edom has a set, limit on when he's supposed to rule before he can start coming down and see. We'll see he's on the way down now. All right, that's why morally, this place is getting worse and worse. All right, the spiritually, the wisdom of this work, the wisdom of this society is becoming real foolish. You see, the whole feminist movement, nigger culture, Democrats, Republicans, all it's a shit show now. Why? Because the Most High, Esau Edom has reached their limits, and now he's gonna start breaking down. Like even like with an athlete, every athlete they have an incline, they peak out, they kind of plateau. Then what? It starts coming down. So he's America, ran by Esau Edom, it started to come down. It's becoming washed up, man.
Yeah, they reached their time.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, 4, jump down verse 37. By measure have he measured the time, and by number have he numbered the time, and he
Yeah,
drew
so Esau got a certain time. What's that? Revelation 9. It's down to a science, man. The Lord have it down to the year. The year, and the month, somebody get that real quick. Joel 38.
Oh, you talking about
Yep. You get that. Yeah, you put. What's my note? Yeah. Joel 38. Yeah. My 10 on that. And that's good too. Joel want to get that. Also, Jeremiah 5th chapter. It pretty much goes into Esau and his desperate attempts to try to somehow maintain his rulership. Right? He's not going to go away quietly. And even that proves that we on the scene of the crime, man. We right at the crossroads of this transition of power. Okay? Like what?
Job 38, start verse 10. And break up forward my decreed place.
Yeah.
And set bars and doors.
Right. Bars and doors mean coming and going. Right? Go ahead.
And said, hitherto shalt thou come, but no further.
Right. So Esau has a time when he can come, but he can't go no further. Go ahead.
It said, and here shall thy proud ways be stayed.
Right. Here shall thy proud ways be stayed. And it's based upon a decree. Now the Lord has spoke that order into existence, man. You know, hey, when you go into what's that? When the scripture go into the Lord said they don't hear your word. When you go to the word words, it goes back to narration, man. To narrate. So we're actually speaking everything that you see into existence, man.
Even how the Most High always say over the scripture how, you know, he gave the water, all right? He gave the water, you know, with the creek that it can't come past. You know, Esau was a dry water, right? But it's only a certain length that he can go. He got a bound and he can't pass.
It's about the perpetual decree. So that means the kingdom of heaven. The teachings of the kingdom of heaven, once it go forth, that's going to pretty much cement your faith. You know, you can't go no further. Yeah, come on, you got
This Jeremiah 49:16. Thy turbulence have deceived thee in the pride of thy heart.
Yeah.
O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Thou
right now they occupy the seat of power. They see, we know all the characteristics. See, we can come to the conclusion who this entity is that the Lord's speaking about. The Lord's not just speaking, man. He's speaking against someone. Go ahead.
Thou though shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle. I will bring thee down from thence, said Yahweh thy Shem.
Yeah, that's what you're witnessing. Oh, you can hold that to a Psalm 18? Hey, because the fall of Esau is epic. Because he's falling from such heights. We're actually watching him fall. Now, usually when someone falls, you saying something too. Oh! You know, Jake, oh! Ooh. Hey, we actually watching you fall, man. Yeah. Well, that's in Ecclesiastes 25. He that liveth to see the fall of his enemy, man. That's a part of the euphoria. You gotta put a precept out. Come on.
Psalm 73 and 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places.
Yeah, the Lord snatched you, devil. All right? You are the summit. You're the top of the mountain. Oh, that's what you been saying, king of the hill.
So he set in slippery places. Hey, this man created nuclear missiles. Then distributed them. You know, this man created an Air Force just to meet the chariots up there. Like everything this man did, it was slippery. Like the most of the country been setting you up, man. And you've been taking the bait. Cause like Esau, he prides himself on getting niggas to take the bait. You know. Well, Esau, you've been taking the bait, man. You know? Like, hey, what's y'all got? Esau, Abraham, Esau. Yeah. Hey, if he would have had any sense, he would have ripped the research up. Yeah, he would have, oh, hell no. Nah. Yeah, you know?
Yeah, he was carried away driven by his own lust.
Yeah.
And because that's his best. Yeah. Yeah, because hey, when you're at the top too, right? Let's say you're at the top of the mountain, you have no room for error. That's why scripture says steps is straight. That's why when you read scripture and go on the kingdom, it goes in the mountains, man. Real. So he's been set at a slope. When you go on the slope, that's a slippery place. No room for error. And he up there stirring shit up. You're supposed to be tiptoeing when you're at the top.
It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Yeah, he fell from that. I'm gonna say too. When you go into like a summit that goes into top. Peak. It goes to a peak. The climax. It really goes to perfection too. Yeah, your run, like if I say you might reach the end of your run, the ripeness, like you see something that grows in mountains. Yeah, look, at first. You know what's the next step? You know it's ready to be bust, man. Yeah, it's ready to explode. It ain't nothing else you can do.
Oh, Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation?
Yeah, and Esau, you responsible for that, man. You weaken the nation on all levels. You know, because for an example, the reason why you got these other nations, like Brother Abbas was going into the other nations, they pretty much under the influence of they have drunk the wine of the horse, statement he made. Well, for an example, you see like these so-called Arabs, you know, their customs go back really to our customs, the ways of the East. You know, they would have themselves covered in time past from head to toe. Now you see them in leggings, man. That's a form of Esau weakening nations, you know, on a small level, a subtle level, but even more emphatic. Just the fact that you have, women coming up against their men, war around the world. That all goes back to the so-called white man. Not to mention pork. Funny, I don't know if funny is international. I think that's worldwide.
Hey, this
I
over
know there's a McDonald's out there, and that's weakening you. Oh, come on now. Oh, you did it. You behind the camera, man.
Hey, this Obadiah 1
They might cut us
4.
off.
Those that
Start at the
exalt.
top. Where you at? What verse you read from? Yes, go. Start at the top.
It's Obadiah 1. The vision of Obadiah, that say you have about the shop concerning Edom.
Right, the vision, the prophecy is concerning Edom, man. Yeah, come on, man. He on the hot seat, man. That's who the Lord got his sights on, the so-called white man. See? Go ahead.
We have heard a trumpet from the Most High. Trumpet from the Most High. And the ambassador is sent among the heathen. Heathen then arise ye, and let them rise against her in battle. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee smaller among the heathen.
Right, the Lord have broken you down, man. All right, the luster and the shine that the so-called white man once had is fade, man, on all levels. You know?
They have made thee small among the heathen. See, and what it is, Esau is becoming insignificant. See, now, like you say, the narrative of the scripture going out, everyone can kind of see a world without Esau. You see, that's the narrative that's going out. Because if someone's a small factor, you pretty much can do without them, man. You know, if you a 10th guy on the bench, you know, in the finals, ain't nobody thinking about you. You know, ain't no analyst talking about, we need him to, do 10 and 10 today. You a small factor. And that's what Esau is becoming. He's becoming a small factor on the world stage. That's why he's gonna lose it, man. That are greatly despised, verse 3.
And real quick, because Esau is the real minority.
Yeah.
He's not the majority, he's the real minority, man. They want to put it on Jacob, but that's concerning Esau. That's why he's what? Like the scripture reading.
Behold, that made thee small among the heathen.
Yeah.
That are greatly despised.
And everybody hates Esau. Really, the time we're living in now, everybody's coming in to hate him for real.
And even if you don't know it,
Even if
because it ain't just sunk down and you having a platform to say, I hate the so-called white man. When you wake up and wrong, you got to go to work. That's despising Esau.
Hey, because like I say, everything goes back to Esau. Because you seen it, I know y'all seen that video in New York. There were tourists up there, and they tried to check her certification to see if she had the thing to go into the restaurant.
And they got into it.
Yeah, they got to it. They got to move furniture in there, man. Hey, but they go back to Esau, like Esau the cause of that.
Yeah.
Because if you hate that mandate, well, who gave the mandate? You see?
Yeah, that's why that word small ain't just limited to one. It's across the board. Esau, like I said, his luster, his money, his influence, his shine. Hey, when you come over here like to America, right? You the time past, you might send a report back like you got to get out of here. Now they Middle East. You don't see rats in the Middle East. That's Esau. They come out of Europe. So this man's small, but that word small, not just it's dealing with Esau's very existence. And going until he's fading away. That's Ezekiel 17, where it says the green tree shall wither. You can't see this nigga on the radar no more. Why? Because he's losing that shine. See? Go ahead.
Verse 3. The pride of thy heart had deceived thee.
Right. When you go into this man's secret counsel, it's because your heart is played out of your head. The average Edomite out here, he don't influence you, man. It's the bankers that's the reason why, you know, you're in a position to
Yeah, like the socks.
I'm over there, that's the goddamn screen writer. That's Steven Spielberg. Yeah, Steven, he's probably right now.
Look about that old you like this past by. He's like you. He's fading out. He has to pay his
Yeah, he's lost his shit. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. Hey, because that comes with time. That's why the scriptures in relation to kingdom, it refers to seed. That's in Daniel. Oh, that's why you deal with the horse. They said no man will come into it. So you can set a prophet at some point. She started to lose it, right? You know, the rest that was perky at first. Yeah, fat ass on the slab. Is that him? He is not shriveled up.
Yeah, looking at that cat. Is that? Come on, man.
That's just like when you watch that, what is that, Wizard of Oz? You know, he made all that boisterous noise, lightning and thunder. You thought he was this big, great guy. But when the facade fell, it was just this little small guy, man.
Yep.
His heart has deceived him. Hey, like a great example, when the chick Shakara Richards, hey, cause she grew up with that heart. Yeah, but hey, she had a commercial what she was gonna do. What place she came in last. There's gonna be America gonna come in last in the
And
third
that happened
world.
with like Tyson too.
Yeah.
Tyson.
They gonna be dead.
We're talking about he's impeccable.
Yeah.
He was at the top of his game. He was at the summit. And then he started talking, he started boasting. And then the Lord brought him down, man. Yeah, see when you go into this the pride of his heart, that goes into his secret counsel, man. Hey, that's why the scripture said hide me from the secret counsel. Now when you consider a body, right, everybody has a head. Who is the head of the Edomites? The elites, man. And within his head, he's conjuring up ways to take you down. Hey, we read his thoughts. He listens. Scripture talk about how he listens to the words of the king's bedtime. And so in these secret meetings, that's where it's going. Hey, the reason why you got access to funding, that wasn't a coincidence. They actually sat down and strategically put that shit together, man. Oh, the Apostle Hall made a great point about Esau being stripped from power the moment that we found out who the Illuminati was. Because they deal under the shroud of secrets, right? You must be around you and they thinking to kill you. That's a secret, that's a weapon, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Luke 14 and 11. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased.
And Esau exalted himself because in his mind, he has set up a future. That's not in the plans of Yahweh outside. This man came up with a whole new world order. And when the scripture tells you about it, if we go, what's that in James? Say not we will go and tarry in a city for a year. That's talking about the new world order, man. When you really go into it, say not we're going to tarry in a city for a amount of time and spend money here. That's pride, man. Well, that's what Esau doing in essence. He's saying he's going to tarry in a new city. The new world order. You got
Because they always like to give a put a date on it.
yeah.
Like it's 2030, you know.
Yeah, we're looking at that 2100. I'm talking about.
He always put a date on something, man. See?
That's pride.
Yeah, like you know, like the spirit world ain't got no, authority what's happening on earth. See? But it's gonna be that date when Yahweh shot come, man.
And that was a perfect assessment. When the Lord called Esau proud, the Lord didn't make a mistake with that. So you got to be proud to boast in a future, man. To say that you're going to, despite, what the prophets tell you. Because he can't say that, he left it up to our imagination. No, we telling you blatantly that you're going to move out of power.
Hey, that's how, like I was talking about earlier. last time we were down here, how Shot had to kind of show Peter that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Peter was talking, Peter was really posing in the future.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how Shot had to show him. You know? Like, nah, you gonna do
I bet you ain't. I bet you, and a matter of fact, you know, the 90%. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Real quick, just finishing this Luke 14:11, it says, "For whosoever exalted himself shall be abased." Just going back to what the brothers were saying, Esau Edom can't help himself from the frame of his tongue from that evil. You know, speaking off of his tongue about a time frame that he can't even control. See what I'm saying?
They got schedules and calendars.
That's pride that's one existence of pride at its height, man. You talking about something that you can't control. When you trying to speak it into existence, like the brother said, a time that you haven't even seen yet. That's one evil that he can't refrain his tongue from. That's why when we read in Obadiah when it says, "Pride of thine heart has deceived you," like we always say. You know what I'm saying? To deceive one person is one thing, but to deceive your damn self, that's real poison, man. You deceive your damn self and thinking that you run everything. That's the Most High. That's that trick bag that Joe's talking about. It's Luke 4. Yep, that's slippery slope. That's it.
I'm the king of the world.
I'm the king. Yeah. Who gonna bring me down? Luke 14:11 again. "For whosoever exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humble himself shall be exalted."
That's it. And that's the natural maturation of it. You can't go up unless you're at the bottom. So we glory in infirmity. You know? The precept.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 5, verse 26. This is the interpretation of the theme. Meaning, Yahweh have numbered thy kingdom and finished it.
Yeah. You go to Revelation. You go to Revelation. What's that? Revelation 9. It goes into how this man's days are really numbered. And I think you brought that out earlier too. There's a day, time where he can't pass. No, not Job, but the other one. The fourth chapter. Now let's continue on that.
Verse 27. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances and art found wanting.
Right, yeah. So Esau, you have been pretty much condemned. You know, you have been weighed, you have been found guilty, man. Right? Go ahead.
Perez, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and the Persians.
And that's
in the ancient world, you know, Medo-Persian Empire took down ancient Babylon.
Yep.
But when you look at it spiritually today, the two top nations that's gonna be on American air is gonna be Iran and Russia.
That's what that is.
All right. So Iran and Russia gonna play a big part in taking this place down, man. And how is y'all gonna take them down, man?
Yeah, we read prophecy, man. Even though it was the actual account. Real quick, let's get this. We're gonna go back.
This is Psalm 73:18. Surely thou didst set them in a slippery place, that cast them down into destruction.
Right, they cast them down. There go that slippery place again, meaning you're at the top, man. Okay? So you're going to be cast down from this. Okay? Go ahead.
So book of Job, chapter 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Yep, and the fullness at the peak. Hey, we witnessing that too. This man is straits. You know, this guy Biden, that nigga, he came out and said, any area that's prone to be hit with natural disasters such as hurricane is best entry for them to get maxed up, man. Come on, man. That means he in straits, man. He got no room for error. And our feet have been set in a wide place. Okay? That's safe. Go ahead.
Every head of the wicked.
If you're at the bottom right, you got a wide place. You know, you got no one to pay for. Go ahead.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Right, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Now we go to the word wicked right there. The definition has labor. So we don't get hands on these devils, man. That's in the book of James too, right?
When he is about to fill his belly,
Yep.
the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Mm-hmm.
He shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
The Lord going to utterly destroy this person. our message is the only thing that makes sense with the scripture. You're a Christian, you can't make sense of that. Imagine, give a Christian that to break down, like a Rubik's Cube. You hand that to a Christian and say, you got that. His doctrine can't make sense of that. Neither any of you out there outside of this circle with a Bible, man. Yeah. I found somebody kicked there in the alley and got their teeth like Terminator. Yeah, that's it.
Just to bag up with the brothers. Psalm 7 and 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own face.
Yeah, that's it. The two words that come down. And again, we can make sense of that by just the missile sign. All right? The Lord is going to send forth this instruction. It's going to come down. It's going to descend down upon Idumea. What's that? Isaiah? I think Isaiah 24.
This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 21.
Yep.
And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, with great violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
Yep. With violence shall America be thrown down. Yeah, this is not going to be a quiet transition, man. And the Lord going to visit the so-called white man the same way he came into power, through violence. You know, when you consider this man and his pursuit of power, he left nothing but blood and carnage in the wake. And we can actually pull up information. You can Google it. You go into documentation, man. Where this man slaughtered the people. He poisoned them. What type of motherfucker is that? He put poison, he put smallpox in my blanket. You got it up?
I'm going to read the intro of the book of Obadiah.
Oh, yeah.
It says, a struggle that began in the womb between twin brothers, Esau and Jacob, eventuates in a struggle between them. It says, eventuates in a struggle between their respective descendants, the Edomites and the Israelites.
Come on, man.
For the Edomites' stubborn refusal to aid Israel, first during the time of the wilderness wandering, and later during the time of the invasion. They are roundly condemned by Obadiah. This little known prophet describes their crimes, tries their case, and it says their little known prophet. This little known prophet describes their crimes, tries their case, and pronounces the judgment total destruction. Intro.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, starting at verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in thy time of their calamity.
And guess what? That's going to be what Obadiah is speaking of when he says that thy shame shall cover thee. Come on, get that real quick. Obadiah, verse 10. Real quick.
He was already in.
Okay, you already know. Verse 10.
And this Obadiah 1:10. For thy bound against thy brother Jacob, sanction covered thee.
Yeah, because it's all about what? Jacob and Esau, like the brother brought on earlier. You know what I'm saying? But it says, for thy shame against thy brother Jacob. And these are times that the shame is being revealed. You know, Isaiah 47 chapter. All right, now your power structure is being broken down, because now you can't hide behind being the shadow government anymore, because their light is shining.
If you show that to people, they're shamed at it. They're very ashamed of the situation. They're ashamed of it.
They track record is
That's right.
Now they're ashamed, which is what? Your sin.
That's right.
All right? Just like when a woman got on a skirt, she's wearing a skirt to hide her nakedness, which is to hide her shame. But America's skirt is being lifted up, man. Meaning everything that you've done to the people of the Most High. First, the people of the Most High have been made known. All right, now we know who the people of the Most High, and we know who the wicked is, or the adversary to the people of the Most High, and the things that you've done to them. So that shame is being brought up, man. all the sins that you committed against them. Go ahead, bro.
If I could add, because one would make a woman's breast come up. The wind.
Saints should cover thee, and that should be cut off ever.
That's right. So guess what? That's why we shouldn't fret Esau, man. Psalm 37 tells us they're going to wither away like a green earth, you know what I'm saying? What's the prayer, friend? So soon, they shall soon be cut off forever. So that's why we shouldn't fret them. Even though we burn with righteous indignation, don't get me wrong. Every brother do it. You know what I'm saying? But we shouldn't superiorly fret them, which is what? We going out currently, oh, you a devil and what you did doesn't kill him? No. We got to, what the Most High said, that's it. He said it is a righteous thing for me to recompense those that trouble me, man. So guess what? It's going to be put in the Most High's hand.
Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh,
He said, by my word. No, I put that on me.
I will prepare thee unto blood,
I'm going to prepare you unto blood.
and blood shall pursue thee.
That's why Numbers tell you what? The land shall not be cleansed, but by the blood of those who shed the blood, man, which is Esau. Goes back to what? Revelation, when it says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. See that? Go ahead.
Since thou hast not hated blood,
It says you have not hated blood,
even blood shall pursue thee.
the blood shall pursue thee. All right? And like a wise man told me, in order for you to be pursued, you got to be running. See what I'm saying? So you running from that shame. So that shame is pursuing you.
And can I say too, like that word pursuit, you hear that in a high-speed chase. You know, I mean pursuit, hot pursuit. You saw the criminal. Oh yeah. You get that?
That's why he's always saying, okay, so two ball king.
Yeah. That's traveling. That's it.
Verse 7. Thus will I make my seer most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out and him that returneth.
That's right. So that's why Colossians 3:25 tell you, for the wrong that you have done, that same wrong is going to come down upon you. The Most High said, that's why I'm going to do this. And you got, that's it. That's it. What you say?
No, they say they got to drink from that cup, man.
And then get what? You're going to drink dope.
You got to reap what you sow.
Read what you sow. Galatians 6:7. That's beautiful.
You got to reap what you sow. Ain't look. Ain't no way you can fuck with the Lord's people and get away with it up. That shit, that look. We are the apple of the Most High. So, hey, look, you look the same way. Motherfucker hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. I don't give a fuck. Nobody say, turn the cheek, mother. No, my brother, that's fine. You fucking hit me, bitch, I'm gonna hit you back. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's how it is, and that's how the Lord feel though. You trust the Lord, people, he gonna get you back regardless. How people feel, how people think. He gonna give you what you deserve. I hate to you though. And guess what? In Revelation, he that live in captivity should go to captivity. He that kill a sword, but be killed with the sword. That's like how it is. It is what it is.
And then what it say, this is what?
This is patience for the faith of the saints.
Now question, what does Jacob mean? What does Jacob mean? It means to plant. But also another definition for Jacob means a liar in wait. L-I-E-R. So we are awaiting. This is the patience of the saints. Right? Now, you know, we talk about karma, right? We talk about karma. Get karma, bro.
It says, karma from Annabelle Live, the sum of a person's actions in one life, which determines his form in the next.
Right. So that's what they denote karma to be. But also karma means he makes. Right. So when you break that term down, makes, it means to be. He is to be. Who is that? Yahweh. Yahweh is karma. Karma is Yahweh. So when people say karma is coming upon them, it's Yahweh bringing up judgment. Case in point. Get Exodus. Karma is Yahweh. Bashim al-Shah.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3, starting verse 13. And Moses said unto the Most High, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel,
when I come to the sons of Israel, go ahead,
and shall say unto them, the Most High of your fathers have sent me unto you.
Right.
And they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto
Now,
them?
you got to think about this. This is correspondence amongst Yahweh and the sons of Israel. Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, I am that I am.
Right. So the Most High said, I am that I am, right? Now, what that Carl say, bro?
Then he says, the sum of a person's action in one life, which determines his form in the next.
So it literally means he makes. Now, what did Moses, what did Yahweh tell Moses?
And the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am.
Now, keep reading.
And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you.
So when Moses went back and reported the name of Yahweh to the sons of Israel, he was speaking in third person. So he said he is, right? So I am that I am is loosely translated in, I am that I am is loosely translated, he is. He is to be. You know, that's karma. He makes. He is to be. Is that it?
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me.
So he's telling you, I am. You know, going back is he is. So when we come to our people, we're saying Yahweh sent us. He is sent us, right? He is to be the past, the present, and the future.
It says,
Also classified as what? The Ancient of Days. Go ahead.
it says,
Father Spirit.
I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. This the point. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
That's it. That's it.
Like I said, they call me. That's karma. They call me. You know?
Yeah.
Esau, what he's trying to do, he's trying to escape, you know, that karma. You know, he's trying to do his pocket.
Just like the brother was bringing out a beautiful point about the karma, all right, which is the Most High. And he's going to send that everything that you've done, what the scripture says, every idle word, all right, all of the things, your actions are going to be weighed. That's that karma coming back upon you. And we want that karma to be what? Good karma. So we want to be pleasing to the Most High, which is what? Continuing to prophesy, set our face against Mount Seir. Number one, to believe in his only begotten Son, man, which is to continue to work the works, man. So that great karma can come back upon us, man. But Esau, he's gonna get the bad karma, which is the destruction.
This is all Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked.
Yeah, so be not swayed off the path of the truth, because the Most High is not mocked. You can't just let the words of the Most High. Isaiah 55 and 11. His words shall not return unto the void. Go ahead.
And it says, read back in Galatians 6 and 7, it says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
So we know what Esau Edom has sown. Right? He's planted them with great robbery, bloodshed in the ground. And that's what he's going to reap, man. And it's the harvest time that he's going to reap it, man. You know, which is total destruction for all the things that he has done unto the children of Israel, unto the earth. You know, the things that he's about to do. That's it. Destroy him that destroy the earth.
This Job 4 and 8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. Job 4 and 8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. They reap the same. So he's going to reap the same type of captivity that he gave to Israel. You see, he's going to reap the same poverty that he gave to Israel. You see, he's going to reap the same murder, bloodshed that he put in the earth. He's going to reap it. Even when you go to Jeremiah, all right, when it talks about put yourself in array against Babylon, say everyone shoot the arrow, spread no arrow. It says, do unto her, and she has done to you. You see? It's Amos 9:13. Behold, the days come, said Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed. And that's what you see happening, man. They pay back. See? That's why the scripture say he's going to lay vengeance on Edom by the hand of his people, Israel. You know, do to them according to my aim. You know? The time of harvest, like you said. It says, and the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed, and the mountain shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt into those governments.
That's it. So, hey, with that, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakadash. Our double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. Shalom.
Shalom. DCA above the ball. Soon.
Always soon. Hey, check the bank account, man.